Chapter 22 is a short one. It's basically a debrief after the trial with the family, and then also a little foreshadowing as to what is going to happen next. The chapter starts out with Jim crying. He's very upset. Obviously, Scout and Dill are upset too, but Jim just says, "It is not right. This is not right, Atticus." And he, says, "You are correct. It's not right. I'm sorry. It's just how it went." And even Aunt Alexandra apologizes to her brother. She feels bad that he lost. I'm not really sure what her intentions are. Maybe it just shows that she does care about Atticus more than her racism, I guess. So Atticus just sighs and he says that he's going to bed and he is just feeling down and defeated. He's kind of feeling a lot like Jim, honestly. This is a good reflection of how Jim is kind of like his father. But Calpurnia comes in and she says that Tom Robinson's father sent along some chicken the next morning. And so the next morning they have chicken for breakfast, and Atticus kind of smiles and he's very proud that he got it. And he made a comment about, I bet they don't even have it in the White House, and that they should never do it again because times are too hard. Obviously, it's the Great Depression. And Calpurnia says there was a whole bunch of other food, pork and tomatoes and beans and scuppernongs and tons of food to feed the family. And so Atticus is feeling very prideful, I think, and sad at the same time. And so his eyes fill with tears, and everyone in the family is eating chicken and other things and enjoying that, probably, some comfort food to make them feel better. And they kind of continue their conversation later on when Atticus and Aunt Alexandra leave. Eventually, Miss Maudie is around and they're outside talking to her, and Jim is still upset and he is telling her his frustrations, and he says, "Who in this town did anything to help Tom Robinson?" And she goes, "Actually, you would be surprised. There was a lot of people who did things to help Tom Robinson. Obviously, Reverend Sykes, all of his colored friends, they took up money. Mr. Heck Tate even did. He, even Judge Taylor. Judge Taylor usually gives the case to Maxwell Green, and he gave it to Atticus because he knew Atticus would fight harder for Tom and give it a fair shot." And so obviously Atticus is another person who fought for Tom. And so Jim went from feeling very angry to kind of contemplating these things and realizing that there were other people who really did stick up for Tom, but, even though the outcome was not what they wanted. And at the end of the chapter, it is a little foreshadowing saying that danger's coming, and with a story about from Aunt Alexandra saying, "Mr. Bob Ewell stopped Atticus at the post office corner. He spit on him in his face, and he told him that he was going to get him even if it took the rest of his life." So he spat on Atticus and he threatened him, and that is how the chapter ends.